All right, I see the red timer. Today we're actually live. Hello, everyone. Chris here. And today we're going to have a bit of an interview, something a bit different, rather than just hanging out like we usually do on the rock streams and random lapidary streams. I came across someone on Reddit who I've seen a few of their posts here and there, and they're always out finding really cool agates and specimens. And he had, oops, we got a little bit of an echo there. I'm going to mute that real quick for that. And then he finds really awesome fossilized stuff. And I asked him the other day when I saw him post something on Reddit, I was like, hey, you want to come on the live and actually just show the people? And he said, yeah. So I'm going to bring him on. And when he's ready, he'll throw on his camera with a little view for y'all to see some of his finds. And we'll get to meet Caleb here and start talking about what he's got. So he's from the Pacific Northwest. And as you can see, he's got quite a bit of finds here. So yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Caleb. I'm from Washington. Been rock hounding for about 25 years, 32 right now. Born and raised in the Pacific Northwest.
Right on. What's your favorite kind of rock hounding? You have a lot of fossils, but do you prefer looking for the fossils or the silicated agatized type stuff?
I love agates. That's what I originally went for when I started going, like a lot, frequently, like 6 years ago. But petrified wood's also one of my favorite finds. It's kind of rare, though, around here. And then fossils I recently got into, like last year when I started going to this one beach and just finding loads and loads of fossils.
Right on. Yeah, I'd seen you post some of those pet wood pictures before with the UV, and that was awesome.
Yeah, some of them I got from an estate sale. Like a lot of them are from the Wyoming Blue Forest, and I got some from California and Arizona and one other place, I'm pretty sure.
Awesome. Blue Forest is definitely something I'm lacking. So many people have been getting into that recently, and
Yeah,
I need to make a trip to. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's some good stuff you got there. Very nice. And you don't have a YouTube channel or anything yourself, do you?
I don't.
No, okay. Yeah, so Wildheart, he doesn't actually have a link that we can share for that. I just discovered him on Reddit and asked him if he wanted to come on and share some of his collection with y'all, because I know you guys appreciate a good rockhound, as many of us, have closets and trailers and sheds, much like his. Any of you have seen my walk-in closet? It's just loaded like this. Wildheart, a friend of ours in the community, says she lives in Pierce County. She would love to go hounding.
I'm in Jefferson County right now. A lot of my stuff I find in Clallam County. Been wanting to go to other counties, like over to Seattle and stuff, but it's kind of a trip.
Nice. What I was very excited about is most definitely your recent post of the crab specimens and crab fossils. I would love it if you could show us a bit of that and tell us a little bit about those finds, because that really excited me. I saw that, and I'm hoping that one of my concretions I have currently holds a crab inside, because I found a triple concretion. And it could be absolutely nothing inside. I'm just really hopeful it's something exciting like a
These
crab.
are a couple concretions. You can see the carapace right there. You can see an arm right through there. These are like some of the bigger ones I've got. Most of the crab fossils I find are just segments like claws and arms and stuff and legs. There's one that's been calcited or has calcite replaced in the claw.
Oh, nice.
This was the agatized one.
Oh, man.
This is a nice one too in the concretion still.
Very sweet. Ooh, that one looked bigger in the picture. You got some good pictures of that.
Yeah, they're small, all these claws. They got a good amount, maybe like 30 or 40 claws. I got a
Wow.
bunch of concretion still I need to prep. That's like the abdomen part right there. If you can see that.
Yeah, could make it out after a second there.
They're all tiny though, and you don't find too many. Like I'll maybe find 10 claws a day, but I can find like 30 concretions. Just some of them you can't really tell if there is a crab for sure. But a lot of the times you can see, like legs or parts poking out.
Yeah, so I've got a bigger shot to show people here pulled up from your page. There's a closer shot of that crab claw, and you can see how it's agatized. You can see the silicated parts there in that picture, and it almost looks like a fresh crab claw. It's got so much detail present. You can literally just see the perfect shell preservation there. That one is stunning. So yeah, this is what caught my eye scrolling around on Reddit, and I was like, I should ask this guy if he wants to share with y'all. I know you're gonna love it. So yeah, that was let me stop that real quick here. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So thank you for sharing the little crabby finds with us. I'd seen you found not only some agates, but up there it looks like you're finding some sort of honey calcite. Did I see that right in your pictures here? Oh, shoot, he dropped out. Hold on. Might happen every once in a while. So the fun woes of StreamYard. There he is. All right, yep. Oops, popped out. All right, he's back.
Oops.
So I was asking, no worries. I was asking if your ones that I saw here on Reddit, on the far left side there's a really honey calcite colored one. Is that what I'm seeing there? Is it honey calcite? Oops.
Yeah, it's some kind of calcium. I'm not too sure. I got it at this this quarry. It had a bunch of calcites. And it had some like dog tooths too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there we are on the right there. That is quite the dog tooth.
Yeah, it's been heavily blasted though, so like a lot of the stuff was really fragile and a lot of it was broken.
Yeah, it also looks
Pretty
like
hard.
acid washed.
No, just soap and water. That's all it was.
Oh, yeah, I meant natural process. Like acidic
yeah.
rain will sometimes smooth down these tips so they're not as jagged.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, those are gorgeous. That is some really cool quarry finds, and that is why tailings piles are the best for the win.
Yeah, it was just there on the ground. I didn't have to dig or anything. It's just all there loose.
Right on.
Been meaning to go back to that spot.
Yeah, well, you've got some pretty cool stuff. I will also pop up here really quick to show everyone before we get into a couple other questions real quick. I want to show them the wood here. So is this all Washington wood that you find?
That's all Blue Forest, Wyoming.
That is all Blue Forest. Okay, wow.
There's a couple pieces from Arizona in there too, but most of it's from Wyoming.
I don't even know what to say. Like I've got maybe that amount of wood from all the places total, but they're mostly little pieces. I find a couple big chunkers, but you got a couple really nice logs in the back there.
Yeah, I got it for a really good price too from a state auction.
Oh, that's always one of the best deals you can get.
Yeah, this guy had so much crazy stuff.
Very nice. So we've got people in the chat saying you need a YouTube so that we can visit and admire, because everyone loves this kind of stuff.
I almost thought about it, just going out, just videotaping my finds and stuff, because I do take a good amount of pictures, but I just never record anything.
Yeah, people do love to admire it. We've got a pretty fun little community here. It is, middle of the day on a weekday, so it's not too many people watching the live at the moment. We've got like 10 viewers, but through the next just 24 hours, this will get anywhere from 200 to 300 views on average of our regulars in the community who usually watch all the little lives we do and just everything to do with rocks. I myself only have like 1,900 subscribers now. Speaking of which, y'all, just a reminder, I'm gonna crack open those concretions once I do hit 2,000 here. Getting pretty close, but I think I've got just over 50, 60 something subs to go. And then I've got that triple concretion nodule. I'm just gonna grab it and show y'all one sec. While I do, actually, do you mind telling everyone? I asked you a couple questions before off the stream, but what kind of rock hounding gear do you personally have or take with you on average, aside from like maybe a rock hammer or no rock hammer? What's your average gear kind of consist of?
I generally do take a rock hammer. And I just started using leather gloves because I had a pretty bad accident. I fell on a basalt rock and sliced my hand right open. So yeah, that was pretty bad. So now I wear gloves from now on.
Oh, goodness.
And other than that, yeah, just a backpack. Sometimes I bring a couple backpacks because I've carried out 80 pounds worth of rocks in a single day.
Been there. Been there.
Yeah, I try not to go past like 50 or 60 now because it's hard.
Yeah, there's some places. I mean, like, you've got your weight limits in some areas, but like on private claims and other things too, I've walked out with over 60 to 80 pounds of rocks in a day in some places, just lugging it back to the car with like 2 buckets and a backpack full. And I'm like, yep, my back is going to love this.
Yeah, especially when you have to go a few miles. It's always fun.
Yep, the day I found this one, you can see this triple concretion is the one I was talking about. It's got 3 good nodules in there.
Is that from California?
Yeah. And it is from an area that's had both ammonites and clams found, and a couple, I believe, crabs as well. So I'm pretty hopeful that there's actually something in them, though there's nothing visible anywhere on the outsides. I've been chipping away at it. I just saw these kind of poking out of the rock and started breaking away at it. It used to be, let's say, a third bigger. I've removed quite a bit of mass off of it. Oh, but it's heavy.
I've been meaning to buy an air scribe to do my concretions with.
That is a tool I need badly as well. I currently just chisel and hammer away, chip away little bits at a time. And hello, everyone. Sorry I jumped straight into it today. I wanted to get right into the interview stuff, but I have seen y'all. So hello, Wild and Greg and Jeff, Fem, anyone I missed, Mom. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate y'all being here and hanging out middle of a weekday. I know it's a weird time to go live, but I had the day off today, so it was convenient for me, and he happened to be free. What's up, Jawhick? Used an air scribe for the first time last night. Nice. And hello, Karen. Yeah, so have you ever done any lapidary stuff, really, or are you just more into the collecting side?
I haven't. I want to. I just don't have the funding right now to get the equipment. I could join my local rock club and use their equipment, but just I prefer doing it at home.
Yeah, I always recommend joining a club, if not for the benefit of getting to use a saw if you don't have one, but it is nice to be in the clubs. They also have, great shows, connections with people, sometimes links to properties. They'll take you out to private claims and all sorts of other things. Get to meet local rockhounds. So I've got pretty much nothing but good stuff to say about clubs. Not always all of the people in the clubs, but the clubs themselves are great things.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check it out.
Right on. Well, that was one of my other questions for you, but what overall on the things we showed, or maybe didn't even show, what's like your favorite overall mineral or specimen or something that you've found and or like purchased, collected, anything? What all around is your favorite stuff?
I really like a lot of my fossil agatized bones, and I bought a mammoth tooth too. That's one of my favorite. Oh, that's probably my favorite buy I've gotten.
Nice.
Yeah,
I can't say I have any mammoth teeth.
Favorite definitely are my. I have one in hydro agate too that I found.
Ooh.
I really like, just because it's the only one I found.
Yeah, and hydros are rare in most places. There's not a lot of places where they're a common find.
Pretty sure it was a clam too.
Ooh. Man, that's awesome. Fossilized clam in hydro.
Got a lot of fossil or a lot of agatized clams, but yeah, no, that's only in the hydro I have. And I also like the fire agates too from Arizona that I bought. That's probably one of
Ooh,
my favorite purchase.
same. That is fire agates are one of my all-time favorites, and I've only found a couple without fire myself. I was in Arizona a couple weeks ago, and I found some colorless ones. I was showing them off on the stream just the other day here, actually, but that stuff's fun, and I've polished up some of those. They're beautiful inside.
Yeah, I got a bunch without color, and I've got some with really nice color. I
Right on.
also have an agatized or a opal clam that I bought from Australia for like $80. That I really like. I've got some opal Belamites too, and then just some
Sweet.
just rough opal. I have
Very
a
nice. Does it have
opal
a lot of
color. Nah, it's kind of semi-precious. It has some flash
mm,
and some color, but not too much.
yeah, that's always like, ah, man, I've got a couple little clamshell pieces from, I think it's Lightning Ridge or something, but there's like no color in them, but they're definitely opalized, like white opalized clamshell. You can even see the ridges on them,
Yeah.
but no like precious flash in them. One of them has like a tiny streak of green, and that's about it. But yeah, where I guess mentioning Australia and all that, where would you actually like to travel most if you got to go rockhound anywhere for anything, be it fossils, minerals, even if it's not something that's actually available to the public? What's your like dream dig?
Definitely Australia for opal if I could, because that'd just
Right
be
on.
awesome to mine for opal. And then gold too, like find a big gold nugget in Australia because they have some really nice gold nuggets down there. I
They
mean,
do. They got chunkers, like fist-sized nuggets out there.
yeah, that would be a fuck. That'd be really insane to find something like that.
Yep. Find of a lifetime for sure.
Really hard to sell
And some of
too.
these
I know.
guys are, yeah, some of those guys are pulling out multiple finds of a lifetime down there. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, Australia is wild. Yeah, that's always been a dream of mine.
Right on. Same here. That would probably be one of my tops.
And then that fossil bed in Wyoming too. I can't remember what it's called, but they
Hmm.
have Green River Formation, I
Green
think it
River.
is. Yeah, they have some
Yeah.
amazing fossils there, the plates and stuff. I'd love to get some of those. I have one fish that I bought from there, but that's the only fossil I have from there.
Same. I've got one. I was debating grabbing it here real quick. I got one that everyone knows who in the community, but we have someone who had gone out there and found a bunch, but it was also selling them, and yeah, I ended up having to get myself one of those. And I found not too far from that area over in like the Idaho, I guess it is pretty far from that area. More in like the Idaho, Oregon side, there's some ash flows from the same volcano that's now the Yellowstone area, but back before the plate shifted, when it was in that area, deposited huge ash layers that created all sorts of fossils out there. And I found some nice chunks of wood and leaves, and I got some nice, huge, big leaf imprints in the ash pits out there. Probably some of my favorites.
That's one thing I want to find is some fossil leaves and stuff. They have a formation in Bellingham, which is just a couple hours away. I really want to go check that out.
Yeah, I could tell you where to go to get like these ones I got, but it's a bit of a drive for you. More
Yeah.
like southern Oregon, Idaho border area, so that's a ways.
Yeah, I want to check out Southwest Washington and Oregon too, because they got some really nice agates, well, really big carnelians and stuff.
Yeah. When you do travel or go out for all the rock counting and whatnot, I kind of skipped over it. I mentioned it in the chat with you before. Do you ever take any kind of like safety gear? Do you ever go anywhere that's got dangers, like where you need bear mace or any protection from mountain lions and things like that? Or is that not really a danger for you?
I mean, it somewhat is. There is a lot of cougars in my area and a lot of bears, but I've never, it's really rare to encounter one. And I kind of just, when I go up in the mountains, I only go up logging roads and stuff. When I go for my jaspers, my orbicular jaspers and poppies and stuff, and then I mainly hunt the beaches, so I really don't have a huge chance of running into them. So I don't really
Hmm.
carry anything for that. Besides
Yeah.
rock, I always have a big rock in my hand.
Right, that's what I tell people. Like my wife actually worries about it because I've meant to buy a new can of bear mace for years and just haven't. And she's always like, "You don't have bear mace. You don't have a gun out there with you. Wait, why don't you have your protection?" And more than once, my dad had offered for me to take one of my old, guns, and I have no guns that I take anywhere with me. But it's like that's okay. I got my rock hammer and I got rocks. If nothing, I've got my rock hammer at my side. And then if that fails, I'm usually out where I'm picking up some big rocks. So yeah, swing a backpack full of rocks at it.
Exactly.
uh, yeah, it depends who I'm with. Usually when I'm with family and most of my friends, a lot of people do carry guns, and I don't have a problem with that. I used to when I was younger, and my family, has a lot of firearms, but I personally don't carry one anymore.
Yeah, I don't feel the need to. I mean, I might regret that one day, but who knows?
Right? More worried about the people than the animals, the places I'm usually at.
Yeah, I was
And they've
gonna
got guns too, so don't want to try and start a shootout or nothing. So
Luckily, the places I go to are pretty secluded and pretty far away from like dense population, so I don't really see many people, which is really nice.
Mm. Ooh, Saddle Mountain. Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
Saddle Mountain has good stuff.
I've been wanting to go there too. They got some really nice pet wood.
Yeah, I've heard. I think. Oh, I'm trying to remember if I have a slab from there that's handy. I don't think I do, but I
I
also
was
got some nice ones from Utah that are like big opalized chunks too. Very similar.
was near there last or this summer. I found some cool agates in Ellensburg, some nice blue agates, and some other cool stuff like churn and quartz mix, and some. I think I found some pet wood there too.
Very nice.
Saddle Mountain's like an hour away from Ellensburg.
I don't have one of my other ones I was looking for, but yeah, there's like good stuff like this out there. This camera's not great for it, but that's layers full of bots in there, and just a big chunk of pet wood there. Looks a lot better with my other camera. It's got little nice banding there with all sorts of colors, but this camera just doesn't do the up close shots at all. Yeah, I'd have to switch that out. Yeah, good stuff. Is there anything else you would want to share with anyone, whether it be like show them anything else you got or chat about anything else before we end up wrapping it up for the day?
Not I can think of.
Well, how about you guys in the chat? Is there anything specific you would like to ask? Those of you watching, looks like we got 20 people watching now. If anyone's got any questions for Caleb that we didn't cover, let me look over mine again here real quick. I think we pretty much covered them all in one way or another. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Chubby Hubby, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, while people are seeing, we see if anyone has any questions. I just want to say I appreciate you coming on and showing some things.
I don't
Does
sell as of now. I have been thinking of selling some of my stuff later on, but for now, no.
Everett Hampton Butte? What about that, Greg? Or was that for someone else above?
Hampton Butte.
I've heard of it. I can't say I know where that's at.
Hampton Butte.
I thought that was Oregon. Or no, something Butte. I don't know. Yeah, if no one else has any other questions that don't pop up in the next minute or so, I will just say I appreciate y'all coming today. And ever hit? Huh, he was saying, have you ever hit the Butte? Okay,
Oh, is
in
that where
Oregon by Glass Butte,
isn't there opal there? Oh, Greenwood.
known for greenwood. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say because I think there's some wood from there. I think people have sent me a few pieces from Hampton.
There is a place for precious opal in Oregon too. I've heard about.
Oh, I didn't know about precious opal. I know there's the fire opal that's really red, orange, yellow, fiery color, like Outlaw Rocks fire opal. That stuff's beautiful,
Yeah.
but not like color play precious opal, I don't think. Well, I think they say there's some of it there. I don't know. I don't follow the whole opal scene too closely, but I know there's the Spencer opal from Idaho that stuff's beautiful. The precious opal out of there is awesome. And then Nevada has the Petwood opal, and that is one of my dream claim digs. If I could go and dig up some
opalized
Nevada
wood.
opalized wood, whew, yes, sir.
Indonesia has some cool opalized wood stems and stuff. Really
Yeah,
black stuff.
it was a bummer. I was just in Indonesia in December, and it was really hard to find any of it at an affordable price. It was actually cheaper to buy it here in the US than it was in Indonesia. And it just it blew my mind. I was like, okay, well, guess I won't buy any here.
Yeah, I've been wanting to buy some just to have a piece.
Yeah, get it at a show or something if you can here. Some of the shows that come around, those are often the best sources. Tucson, which is going on right now, is probably the best source with the wholesale deals they get, and then they pass it on to each show and seller after that, slightly marks it up. But it's kind of odd. I've seen much better deals in Tucson than I've seen at actual places that source out a lot of the same materials, like such as Utah topaz, the Topaz Mountain topaz, cheaper at Tucson from the wholesalers there than it is from even the people who own the mine in Utah or other people who go there. I mean, they actually like, I was telling y'all how cheap my prices were because I sell a bunch of the Utah topaz. And while I was in Tucson, I saw some cheaper than mine. And I was like, wow, I thought I was like the cheapest one selling the crystals for a few bucks. But that and like Herkimer is really cheap out there. I saw tons of the Indonesian like grape agates, huge chunks of grape agate for some pretty good prices out there in Tucson. But I just couldn't throw the capital down on that. I spent a few $100s and then had to cut myself off. Yeah. I'm gonna go to Nevada also, Virgin Valley. Just trying to see if there's any other questions anyone else had for you before we call it a day. Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I hope we maybe sparked some interest in you, see you back around the community here and catch you in some of our lives. I myself, and then you see Ozone here and JNV. A handful of us have channels. Trying to think who else was here that had channels today. There was some other people. Jahik post some stuff. But yeah, we've got a little Discord server if you're ever interested as well and feel like chatting it up with some like-minded rock hounds or just want to, kind of shoot the shit with people about rocks and minerals and whatnot, hit us up. I've got a little public Discord and we run around on a few of these channels, just hanging out in the live chats and whatnot all the time.
Yeah, I was looking for the Discord earlier.
Yeah, I'll share a little link with you in the little chat we had going on Reddit. It's my public one is easily found for now. I'm about to change it because we've had a few spammers popping in recently. It's mostly just one guy keeps popping in, but there, Rocky Mountain Bear did it. I had forgotten about it. He just did the Nightbot link. So exclamation Discord brings up our Discord link.
Sweet.
And then it's also public. You can find it on Google by just searching the Lapidary Lounge. But I will be changing that somewhat soon just to keep some of those spammers out. And we'll go back to more of a private invite or verify people before they come in. Just keep the scammers away. Yeah, appreciate you coming on. Thanks again. And goodbye, everyone. I will see y'all pretty soon. I think we've got Karen's live tomorrow that we will plan for. And then I think this Sunday we'll see y'all for myself, JNV, and our friend A3 Sky Warrior. We'll be live panning some gold. We're going to do a little gold panning session Sunday. And I think we're aiming for, what do we say, Jeff? Something like 3 o'clock my time. We'll post that on the Discord and I'll put a post on my channel. We'll have Jeff post on his channel as well in A3. But look forward to that. I sent Jeff a pater I made for him. He's going to pan that out. Well, I pan out some diamonds and gold pater. It came from Miller Prospecting. It's some Arkansas diamond pater from the Arkansas diamond mine, and he sprinkled gold and some other rocks and agates and stuff in there. So should be a whole lot of fun, and we'll see y'all then in the future. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Thanks for having me.